With 2024 well set in, it's likely that we're going to be in for a big year in the world of Sea of Thieves, or at very least, a bigger year than 2023, as we can all agree that wasn't the best, and there's a lot of room for improvement. Now, it's worth mentioning that although none of the things I'm going to be talking about are currently confirmed, or do I have any secret insider information, despite being a partner legend, the things I'm going to talk about in this video seem extremely likely, and I wouldn't be surprised, nor should you, if/when any of these things do happen. So without further ado, let's get into it. So starting off, let's talk quality of life. Although the game is fairly flexible, there's a few things they can tweak, and I believe they're going to update the quality of life in a few ways. The main one being the ability to save your outfits. Now, this has been a thing for a while. People have wanted the ability to save outfits, and Rare have just never responded or given us any ability to do that. On the other hand, though, Rare brought in the ability to save customizations on boats, so we know it is entirely possible within the world. So it seems the next reasonable step for 24 as a quality of life update will be the ability to save different outfits, because let's be honest, who really has the time to change every single part of your pirate just to look a little bit different? It's just too much hassle. Press one button, all of the problems are solved. Tacking onto that too, it's likely that we'll see an ability to save vanity items, so you can switch between different tattoo, scar, and makeup presets, and vice versa. You know, just a whole overhaul to the character customization system. Next on the list, we have world events. So there hasn't been any new additions to world events recently, and I believe coming this year will be another world event that we haven't seen before. With the new story arc Briggsy has taken with the Skull of Siren Song, it's possible and likely that there will be some world event attached to that as well, aside from the normal Skull of Siren Song mission. The possibility of how that could look, though, is up to anyone's guess. I don't have any ideas, but I do believe a new world event is in the works. Furthermore, on world events, it seems likely that we're going to have some sort of feature that's going to allow us to get involved in more active world events. As the game currently sits, it's unlikely that you will get a contested world event, and I believe they're going to try and do something to revamp this. Obviously, adding sought after loot wasn't really the way, because they tried that with the new Chest of Fortune, and it worked for a little bit, but not too long, so they need a more staple, effective method of getting this done, as opposed to putting in a quick bit of loot that will briefly bring in interaction. So I believe a more stable fix will be on the cards, however, I couldn't tell you how that will be achieved. Whether you have the option at the main menu to go into a world event, or they implement another feature, who knows. However, world events aren't the only thing that hasn't been updated in a while. The next is the original lore of Sea of Thieves. That includes the original 9 Tool Tale set and the Flameheart Saga. That was left unfinished and hasn't been touched in many years. So this could mean the addition of more Tool Tales, most likely the return of adventures, or maybe just a separate thing altogether. And talking about separate things altogether, this leads me to the final part I want to talk about in this video, and that is the possibility of the next chapter of Rare as a gaming company. A few years ago, Rare's new game Everwild was teased, and then everything went completely dead silent after that. And I believe this year we're either going to see some more trailers, or maybe even get an alpha program to Everwild. Although it's not quite Sea of Thieves, it is the exact same company that works solely on Sea of Thieves, so it's not unlikely to believe there will be some sort of crossover when Everwild does eventually get released. And with that being said, those are my theories for what's coming this year in Sea of Thieves. Now, if you agree with me, let me know down in the comment section, or if you think they're going to add something different altogether, definitely comment that down in the comment section, because I'd love to hear about it. All in all, with that being said, thank you so much for watching, and I'm going to catch you all in the next one if you choose to stick around. I'll see you later.